According to BBC Sport journalist Andrew Benson, Esteban Ocon has signed with Haas for the 2025 season. Haas have already confirmed that Ollie Bearman, the current Ferrari junior driver and the driver that impressed so well as a last-minute substitute at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix earlier this season, will be driving for the team. Bearman also completed a free practice session at Silverstone a few weeks ago. The second Haas seat has been the subject of much speculation, but Ocon looks set to be the driver that's chosen for this. Haas not electing to keep Kevin Magnussen on for another year. Nico Hülkenberg was already, of course, confirmed to be driving for Sauber next year, who will later become Audi, of course, in 2026. So yeah, this news is a bit of a surprise to say the least. Ocon has been out of a seat for next year ever since his disgraceful crash against Pierre Gasly earlier in the season at Monaco. That basically ended up with him being sacked for next season. And I think if it's true, it's a brilliant move for Ocon. You could argue that it's actually a promotion, it's a move up the grid. Haas this season have been much better than Alpine. Haas currently sitting in 7th place in the Constructors' Championship, I believe, with Alpine down in 8th, and a distant 8th at that. Despite some regular point scoring finishes for Alpine, they've not scored big points really at any points. It's been a bunch of 9th and 10th, and that's kind of been it. Haas have scored some very impressive results, but only in the hands of Nico Hülkenberg, and that is probably the reason why Haas are not electing to keep Magnussen on for another season. Magnussen has, of course, been extremely controversial this season. I personally believe he has done extremely well to avoid a race ban for some of his antics in both Miami and Monaco as well. He's very, very close to getting a ban on the super license points regardless of those incidents, and somehow he's not managed to get any more points since that happened. But yeah, obviously Haas are wanting a fresh start. I think it is a risk, to be honest, and not for the reasons you might expect me to say that. I think it's a risk because you've got 2 new drivers in the team then. I mean, admittedly, Bearman is always going to be a bit of a risk because he is a rookie, albeit an incredible rookie, and I think he fully merits that drive, and I can't wait to see him in the car, really. But when it comes to Ocon, it's a bit of a risk. I mean, the guy has pulled out some good performances over the years. He got some great finishes in the Renault, he got some great finishes in the Racing Point and the Force India as well, went back when he used to drive for them. Since he's been at Alpine, I mean, he obviously got that incredible win at Hungary in 21, but that's 3 years ago now. That's a long time. And since then, for me, he's not really done that much. I'd say that Pierre Gasly has overall been a better driver really than him. Not by much, but still a better driver. But Haas obviously want an experienced and more level-headed driver to be in that second seat. They obviously feel that Magnussen is not the right man, and not the man that they want Bearman to be learning off. Maybe Ferrari have even had a hand in that decision too. They don't want K-Mag in there because he's more of a risk. But at the same time, obviously Ocon, he makes a real habit of making collisions with his teammates, and I'm not saying they're all his fault because they're not. There was some particularly with Sergio Perez back when they were at Force India where it wasn't his fault. It just wasn't. But with this, I mean, it could be a new start for him. I mean, obviously, him and Gasly don't get on. We know that. That is a rivalry, that's been covered so many times on this. And I also think that it's very unique to them because it's been going on for so long. It's been going on since the karting day. Ocon's never raced against Bearman unless they actually raced against each other at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. That's it. And they're not going to have a bit of a previous episode of that, really. So it could be a great move for them. It could be. And I'm not totally against it, I'll be honest, but I think in general it's a big risk to change both of your drivers. You want some sort of consistency there. But the facts can't be ignored that Magnussen's underperformed this season. Yes, he's done a great duty to Hülkenberg to help him out as much as possible, but overall, Hülkenberg has been by far the better driver. Magnussen has been beating all ends up, so I can understand it from that point of view as well. But yeah, guys, there we go. Esteban Ocon heading to Haas, if the rumours are to be believed. Is this a good move for him? Is it a good move for Haas? And where does Kevin Magnussen go next year? Let us know all of that in the comments below as always. And for more breaking news from the world of Formula 1, keep it tuned to the F1 Chronicle right here.